So, on this channel, I have tried my very best to be as reasonable, as factual, as understanding, and as poised as I normally am as a human being. I typically don't get overly caught up in moments, and I try to see everything in a larger picture. And again, the season is very long. There's 82 games. The Nuggets are in a similar position they were in last year. With all the injuries and everything else, you keep it in context that you expect things like this to happen. But what I'm most bothered, annoyed, upset, frustrated, and angry about is that all season I have said that it is unfair to ask Jokic, Gordon, and any other starter for the Denver Nuggets. It is unfair to ask them to keep you in the game, get you up 8, get you up 5, get you up 12, or get you at least within 1, and then come back in the game down 10, 12, or 15 points. You get paid to do your job just like everybody else does. Yoke gets paid max money. Murray gets paid max money. MPJ gets paid max money. Aaron Gordon is right behind at about $23 million a year, and Barton is right behind at $16 million a year. I understand that there are tiers to performance. But at the end of the day, mano a mano, man to man, woman to woman, if you have a job in real life, your responsibility is to get into your sphere, whatever profession you are in, and do your job to the very best of your ability. There's only 3 things you control in this life. I've always said since I played college football: attitude, effort, and preparation. That's what you control. But when you have a job that says that when the starters go out, when the MVP, my job is to make sure the MVP is positioned as best as possible to get rest. My job is to make sure that that player is best taken care of as a bench player. My job is to make sure that the 5 best players for our team, that they are not overworking themselves trying to get us a lead, keep us in a game, or maintain dominance. That's why Steph Curry is balling right now. Everybody want to talk about individual performance, but his team is showing up. The Phoenix Suns showing up. They got great starter, but their bench is not horrendous. The facts of the matter is, I have said all season, sign a big man. You need somebody to rebound. You need someone to rebound. You need players coming off your bench ready to do their job, and right now they don't have it. How do we know that, Cam? Tonight, Jokic shoots 6 of 17 and 1 of 5 and 4 of 6. Not great, but guess what? In 36 minutes, he had 17 points, 12 rebounds, 15 assists, and he was a +7 in a game the Denver Nuggets lost by 12. The MVP of the NBA, let me repeat, if you didn't hear me, 17, 12, 15, he was a +7 in a game the Denver Nuggets lost by 12. Want to know why? Here's why. And even Will Barton couldn't save the bench tonight. Will Barton was a -24. Why? Because he played with the bench. He's the main player of the starters that plays with the bench. Here's the numbers of the bench tonight. Facu Campazzo, -11. Zeke Naji, -16. Reed, -19. JaMychal Green, -22. Failing to do your job. Failing to show up to work. At some point, at the end of the day, you can tell me about the injuries all you want. You can tell me that you don't got it that night. You can tell me that you are not supposed to be doing something because that's outside of your normal responsibility. At the end of the day, if you collected a check, I expect you to be at your post. Will you be there? Will you not be there? Show up. Stop making excuses. Here's the thing. You ain't got to score a bunch of points. But you know what always requires effort and can get you at least 60% of the way? Defense. If you show effort, if you rotate, if you communicate, if you play hard, defense will more than likely take care of itself. You might not score a lot, but you ain't finna get beat on everything. And guess what? The Denver Nuggets bench was getting mollywopped. How do I know? Here's the bench for the Chicago Bulls. Brown, plus 12. Thomas, plus 14. Bradley, plus 18. Oh, and guess who played with the starters tonight? And who played with the bench that were starting for the Bulls tonight? Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine were a plus 16 and a plus 17. The Denver Nuggets starters, though, Aaron Gordon, 18, 6, and 1, didn't shoot great. He was a plus 2 in a game they lost by 12. Monte Morris tonight, 19, 4, and 7, 8 of 13, 3 of 5. He was a plus 7 in a game they lost by 12. And Jeff Green tonight, 14 points, 13 rebounds. 13. 5 of 9, 101, 3 of 3 with a block. He was a plus 7 tonight. But everyone that played on the bench, including Will Barton, because Will Barton is the only creator scorer they have, so it is not his fault. That is not what Will Barton is supposed to be doing. Will Barton is not here to save the bench. And again, clarify, I realize Bones Highland is out. Very important. But the fact of the matter is Facundo Campazzo, Zeke Naji, Reed, Green, you have a job to do. And JaMychal Green has been terrible all season. 1 of 8 from the field tonight. JaMychal Green by himself, the Denver Nuggets were down 77 to 73 at one point. JaMychal Green gets a flagrant foul on a three-pointer. Lonzo Ball makes this three. Lonzo Ball hits the free throw shot. JaMychal Green then gets beat for a backdoor cut. And in the matter of about 13 seconds, he gave up 6 points. The Nuggets are down 10. The game is over after that. At some point, you got to do your job. I can't keep making excuses. I have said on Twitter, I've said online, if you are a fan of the Nuggets, if you watch the Nuggets, if you're an analyst watching this, you realize that the Denver Nuggets right now are the most hampered, hurt team in the NBA. That's a contender especially. Jamal Murray is out. Michael Porter Jr. is out. Zeke Naji had a rolled ankle. Bobo is protocol. Bones is in protocol. PJ Dozier has a torn ACL. I get it. I hear the excuses. At the end of the day, even if you had Jamal Murray, even if you had Michael Porter Jr., guess what, bench? You have a job to do. Oh, and let me not skip Tim Connolly. I understand that Michael Malone might have some hesitancy when playing a center, a player over 7 feet tall or 6'11", but at this point, we have walked through 23 games, and it has been an issue for 23 of those games that the bench is horrendous at rebounding the ball. How do you know, Cam? Well, this is what it says. Facu, 0 rebounds. Zeke Naji, 3 rebounds. Reed, 4 rebounds. And JaMychal Green, 3 rebounds. What are we doing? Oh, what about this? The Chicago Bulls bench, 8 rebounds for a small forward, 3 rebounds for a guard, and Bradley, their backup center, 6 rebounds. And tonight, they win the rebounding battle, 55 to 51. Oh, that's great. And it's not even like the Chicago Bulls shot great. 45% from the field, 37% from the three-point line. The Denver Nuggets shot 39% from the field. Not great at all. Bad. 34% from the free throw line, average. But, oh my gosh, is this correct? The Denver Nuggets didn't have a single fast break point today? Not a single one, last I checked. What are we doing? The Denver Nuggets had 30 assists tonight and only 9 turnovers. What are we doing? Don't nobody get on this, and nobody get in my mentions trying to blame Nikola Jokic for what happened tonight. He is allowed to not have good shooting performances. He's one of the most efficient players in NBA history that's a high-volume scorer. He's allowed to do that. But the fact of the matter is he had 15 assists because everything ran through him, and he was the leading rebounder, and he also scored 17 points by getting everyone else involved. At some point, Michael Malone, Tim Connolly, you're going to watch this video, I hope. And again, this is not an indictment against the coaching or against the front office. This is me expressing for the 23rd time this season, including preseason, which is, 27, 28 videos now where you need a backup big man. Because I am tired of watching Yoke be the main scorer, the main rebounder, the main facilitator, the leading shot blocker, and also your leading steals man. Get him some help, at least somewhere. If you're not going to provide it with scoring, provide it with defense and rebounding. Do one of them, do both of them. If you're not going to score, bench, I need you to rebound and play defense. Because what I'm tired of watching is that you, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to read the headline. It's going to say that you, Denver Nuggets bench, are a bottom 3 unit in the entire NBA with the best player in the NBA on your team. You're not doing your job. You're failing to do your job. Don't give me an excuse. Don't tell me what you're missing. Don't tell me what you don't have. Your job is to execute when you come in the game. And the least you could do is make sure that when the MVP of the entire NBA is out of the game, you are not making his job harder when he comes back in. Because guess what? He makes your life easier every single possession. The least you could do is that when he's out for 13 to 12 minutes a game, that you can do your job and make sure that he doesn't have to carry every single part of the team every single game. Tim Connolly, please get a big man. Denver Nuggets bench, please do your job. I'm not here to berate the starters or Yoke. They did their job. +7, +7, +7, +7. -19, -13, -22. Will Barton can't even save you. He was a -24 trying to help y'all out. Anyway, y'all, that's going to be it for this episode. We have another episode coming out soon because they play the Pelicans on Wednesday. So we will be back against the 7-19 Pelicans, and we will see that if they do anything at all on the bench. See y'all. Take care. We out.